All right, what's going on? This is Lucian Louis, Piano Hacks. In this video, we're gonna look at chords. We're gonna look at triads, a 3-note chord. So, triads are in every single piece of music that you probably play. Almost every single one, because chords are what make up pieces. Chords are the framework, the skeleton, the bones. So, this first one is C major triad. We're gonna go C, E, G, all right? So, a triad is tricycle, it's 3 wheels. Triad, 3 notes. So we go C, E, and G. They are a third apart. 1, 2, 3. That's a third. E, F, G. A third apart. 2/3. That's a triad. So you see that first one, C, E, G is stacked up here, right? So that's the first one. We're gonna do the first line. Here we go. C, 3rd finger, G, 5th finger. Okay. So we're gonna go C, E, G, E, C, E, G, E, C, 2, 3, 4 together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now make sure that you're not splitting the chords. You know, you don't want to have that. Okay, none of that splitting action. It has to go all the way down together. Practice that. Stamp, like a stamp, all at the same time. All at the same time. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Use your arm, stamp, arm weight, stamp, right? So, one more time from the top. C, E, G, E, C, E, G, E, C, 2, 3, 4. Get used to that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Treat this as if this is where your fingers are living now. So you just choose to play whichever one you want to play, right? And they're just only going to stay there. So you have all the control because your fingers are ready to play anytime, okay? So once you're familiar with that one, we're going to look at the next one. So the next one down there isn't all that different, okay? All that happened was this C got moved up to the next C. And this is called the first inversion. So when you invert something, it means you flip it, right? So you take this C, you flipped it all the way up, okay? That's the first inversion. This first one, this one that you just learned over here, it's the basis for everything. It's the root. Like a tree has a base in the roots in the ground. So this one's called a root position, your starting position. Then you go to the first time you invert it, your first inversion. Okay, that's what it's called, the first inversion. And then the next one's called the second inversion, and then you're back at the root, okay? The root. See how CEG's up there? CEG's down here as well. So C took this C, moved it up. That's the first inversion. E moved it up to the next one is the second inversion, and then we're back up to, see how this G moved up to here? That's back up to root, okay? So watch that back. See if you can understand that. If not, don't worry about it. Learn how to play it and you will understand it. So, starting from the top, here we go. C, E, G, right? C, E, G, right? So we got C, E, G, take the C, move it to the top. Then we're gonna go E, G, C. So watch the fingering for this. See how this is 1, 2, 5 now, not 1, 3, 5. Don't make that mistake. 1, 2, 5. Because this G in the middle is closer to the E down here, the thumb, than it is to the C up there. So that's why we use the second finger. We also use it to differentiate between, to make it different from C, E, G, E, G, C. Switch back and forth. You're gonna be able to do that. So let's get familiar with E, G, C first. Here we go from the top, second line, here we go. E, G, C. G, E, G, C, G, E, 2, 3, 4. Together. 1, 2, 3. Again. E, G, C, G, E, G, C, G, E, 2, 3, 4. Together. 2, 3, 4, okay? So that's first inversion. Repeat that as many times as you need. Once you're ready, we're gonna go into second inversion. So what we did was, this was first, take the E, move it up to here, right? Then we go G, C, E, okay? So G, C, E, 1, 3, 5. You're gonna go G, C, E. Get ready. Now you see this, this is a 3, not a 2 anymore because the C is closer to the E. Now you won't have to remember why, you know, this is just stuff I'm gonna give you in case you need a reference point. But eventually, as you do enough practice, you'll be able to just play with the right finger. But you have to start with the right fingering now. C, G. That's what you're gonna be doing, but without the mistakes. That's what we're gonna watch out for. So you're gonna go C, G, E, G, E, G, G, right? Okay? That's what we're gonna be doing, okay? So let's get you started with this, with the first one. G, C, E, here we go. G, C, E, C, G, C, E, C, G. You can keep going with that too. You don't have to follow necessarily, you know. This exercise, this line is just to give you some variation. To give you something where you can, oh, okay, I gotta start here, stop here. Train that, different things, right? But if you need to practice this, G, C, E, C, G, C, E, over and over. G, C, E, C, G, C, E, C, G. That's fine, okay? So here we go. G, C, E, C, G, C, E, C, G, C, E, C, G, 2, 3, 4 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and off. So, if you can do that, I want you to be able to go from one to the next. So you're gonna go C, E, G, E, C, E, G, E, C, 2, 3, 4 together. 2, 3, ready, go. E, G, C, G, and that's gonna be the hard part, right? The switching. That's why you're gonna go C, E, slow, G, E, and again, C, follow along. E, G, E, C. 2, ready, 3, ready, 4, and together. 2, you had so much time to get ready. 3, 4, next. E, G, C, G, E. Use that time on the whole notes to get ready. G, E, 2, 3, 4. Count. 1, 2. Ready? Look at the next one. 4. G, C, E, C, G, C, E, C, G, 2, 3, 4. Together. 2, 3, 4. If you want a bonus, C, E, G. It's the same as the one before on the first line, except you're playing C, E, G up here. E, C, 2, 3, 4 together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So, with this, the trick here, I'm going to share with you a secret. And you can choose whether or not you want to tell people. If you do tell people, make sure that you choose wisely. So here's the secret. C, E, G. The secret to switching fast is being prepared. You might already know this. Maybe you do. If you do, that's great. C, E, G. You're going to go E, G, C. You're going to go G, C, E. You're going to go C, E, G. See how my thumb is moving to where it needs to go next. Wherever your thumb goes, the rest follow. Wherever the next finger goes, it could be the other finger, it could be another finger, it can be the pinky. But since we're going up, the thumb is usually the first one to go there. The thumb is going to the G, the thumb is going to the C, and that's how you move everything up. So the thumb is the anchor. It dictates where the next part, it tells you where the next part is gonna go. The next part's gonna go, okay? So if you move the thumb, you move the rest. C, E, G, move the rest. E, G, C, move the rest. C, G, E, move the rest, right? So that's how we get C, E, G, E, G, C, G, C, E, C, E, G. Come down, G, E, C, E, pinky this time. Pinky moves, rest move. G, E, C, okay? It's where you move And that's going to be where we get into, later on, you're going to play scales, chords, and arpeggios. That series is the one that you're going to do C, E, G, E, G, C, G, C, E. Okay, that's the one where you follow along. This will get you prepared for that. So let's do it in the left hand before we get too carried away. Here we go. Take it from the left hand. 5 on C, 3 on E, 1 on G. Here we go. From the top. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C and 2 and G and E and hold and 2 and 3 and 4 together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And again, 1 and E and G and E and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 together. C and 2 and ready. We're going to go to the next one. 4. Okay, so this one here is E, G, and C. 5, 3, 1. Okay, see how the third finger here, this G here is closer to the E. So that's why we use your third finger, right? Just like before. E and 2 and 3. Here we go. 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And good. So that's the first inversion in the left hand. We're going to go to the second inversion of the left hand. Here we go. 5 on G, 2 on C, 1 on E. Watch the finger numbers. Read it. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Count out loud. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 together. 1 and 2 and 3 and again. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And all right. So that's basically it for triads. This will get you familiar with triads so that when you get to that part, C major, scales, chords, and arpeggios, in the next course for that one, you are ready. So take as much time as you need to get this one. There's a lot in this video. You're gonna have to watch this over a few times and practice it more than just a few times to get it. So take your time with that. I did this for more than 10 years and then I'm still doing them 20 years later. So take your time with it. You're going to use that. You're going to maintain it. It's going to be something that you're going to be able to do. All right. In the next one, we're going to look at staccato sixths. So remember when we did the thirds, the ones where we went like, something like that, right? We're going to do this with sixths. Okay. So 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And that's in the 18. We're almost there, 18. And then that takes us to the last one, 19, with Hannon. So this is pretty much closing the series. We're almost there at the end. So these are 19 exercises that you want to use to improve those skills that you have for your fingers to play in different touches, different rhythms, different patterns, right? So this is 18. In the next episode, we are going to see you there.